headphones, see if that helps with the noise. I got the little vacuum cleaner going on. Oh, the technologies that we have. We weren't worried about um, our jobs being taken when they created machines to do our laundry and to do our vacuuming and to what else? Do our dishes, all the household things, which, if we're going by like, these household things are typically for women to do and to take over. Well, we figured out ways to make, the homemaker's life a lot easier. Oh, but now in the workforce, we have AI related things or machines that are apparently taking our actual working jobs and positions. And that's when we get nervous and scared and wondering if it's going to be all bad. But don't you worry. I think that, um, in my opinion, having all of these um, innovative, advanced machines and things that are going to just make our lives a lot easier, and apparently like take away our ability to work certain trade jobs. I know that that's pretty sad and unfortunate, especially if you spent a lot of time and money in trying to um, get these skills and make this a profitable business for you. But there is something to be said about like how maybe if we didn't have to work and maybe if we didn't have to work for our money and we just had ways of having money, then would it really be would it really be all that tricky? I wonder like what the transaction of money will start looking like here in the nearby future. Because right now we're like in a time where the transference of money kind of comes from work. It comes from servicing or contracting, or essentially you are forgetting, forcibly forgetting, like you started working to get paid, but then you have to force yourself to not think about it in order to service others. And it's just kind of ironic. It's like if we are all just working to get paid so that we can have money for nice things for ourselves or like the comfort of the home or, things like that, food and shelter, then and I just wonder what things will look like in the future. But yes, I am fending off this cat over here. He definitely did. I put my hand up and just this well, he's kind of staring off into the abyss right now, right? It's yeah, really funny that I could go on and talk forever and um about what I'm doing and what I'm learning and what phase of life I'm in right now, but it's really not always as interesting as like the cat being the center of attention. Um, so that's funny. Um, so yeah, that was just on my mind and I'm kind of ranting. Okay, now he's laying down. And he knows that I'll keep my hand here to fend him off. So he's not like in the way. Oh, that's cute. His name is Oreo. Nice. Um, let's see, I'm 24, 6'1", 170 pounds from Maryland. Oh, cool. I'm 31, 5'7" and a half, and 145 pounds. And I'm from California. So I'm like literally on the West Coast and you're on the East Coast. So that's interesting. So ironic. The cute cat, um, is it yours? Well, I guess technically it's my boyfriend's. He was kind of a package deal. My boyfriend has 2 cats, and when he moved in with me, he brought the cats, and I've had to kind of adapt to the amount of fur and cat litter that they track around. Hence the reason why I have a little vacuum cleaner going on in the background, because they leave their nails, they leave their fur, litter, they even barf on the carpet a lot. So, um, they are a lot of work, that's for sure. So that's kind of why I was talking about having these machines that do all of this work for you so that I can sit at my desk and keep working my job, because I ain't got the time and energy to break my back trying to clean up after these little mofos all day long. That is not my job. That is not what I want to do. Yeah, I was just like kind of starting off this live by talking about like how I have these machines, we have dishwashers. Well, actually, we don't even have a dishwasher. I'm the mother effing dishwasher at my house. We don't even have a dishwasher, so that sucks. But we have a washing machine, we have this little mini vacuum cleaner, we have vacuum cleaners downstairs. Um, we have what else works for us? We have a water filter so that we have clean water. We have a refrigerator that keeps everything nice and cool. We just have these things that work for us now so that we can be at ease. We don't have to solely focus on surviving by having food, right? We don't have to solely focus on having shelter. It's like shelter is provided, food is provided, fresh water is here. Now we can just focus on the work that will benefit the rest of America and globally. So that is what I'm doing. I am the fitness and nutrition business owner, solopreneur, I should say. I have programs and I am contracting with corporate companies to advocate for employee health. Not just a couple, like, how like typical wellness packages that you get through the um, through the HR department that you get is typically like you get your Kaiser membership, you get some sort of health membership somewhere so that if you got to go to the doctor, then you have health coverage in that sense. But just the day-to-day stuff, where is it? Like you can get like, some gym membership discounts, you can get a couple mental health, what do you call it? Sessions with a mental health professional so that, you don't go crazy with the work that you're doing, so you can alleviate stress and you can talk to somebody objectively about what you're going through and all of that. But the day-to-day stuff, like what you choose to consume in your food, who's holding you accountable to drinking your water every day? Who's holding you accountable to making sure you still get exercise daily and weekly and monthly? Like, as far as I know, and as far as my research goes, of course, you hear about the health stuff, you know about it, you know you're supposed to implement it and keep yourself healthy, but it's super easy nowadays with all of this, modern workforce focus, to let your health go on the wayside so that you can keep making progress in your goals, in your career, in your family, and all these other things that take bigger priority than yourself. So even if we're super successful in all these other aspects of our life, we're not able to fully enjoy it because we're not as healthy as we could be. So, this is my rant for this morning. I know it's not incredibly interesting, and I have low key scared everyone away. Bilo said, I'd give you a contract for your servicing. That would be amazing. Are you still here or have you hopped out of here? Because I can share with you my Gmail, my business email to talk more about that if you are seriously inquiring, or if not. Let's see. If I have definitely lost track of people. Kyrian says thanks. Wael. Oh, Wael's back. Hey, are you still here? You have beautiful eyes. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's cool. Icarian. And 15, 6'5", 146. Okay, cool. Whale says, how are you? Woohoo, Cali. Carpinteria is my fave Cali town. Huh, interesting. I never heard of that. I do HVAC for career. Oh, okay. You are the dishwasher. I am. I use paper plates, plastic cups, utensils, gave up trying to save the planet after we elected Trump. No point anymore. Oh my gosh. Should I go into like a political, should we turn this into a political conversation now? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Um, I am not really for Trump. It's cool that he's, been a business person all these years. I see the divergence, I should say, of what we used to think America was and how we used to treat our political policies and whatnot. We used to be more democratic and it's all about the people and all these things, but we really have become a very business-minded country. And so I guess to some people it's really made sense to have Trump running, but he is also politically effing up so many other things. He's treating his job like a businessman, treating America like a business now all of a sudden, and using his power to disrupt a lot of things that have been going on. So that's kind of my insight. I'm curious as to what you guys think. Obviously, Trash Channel 1970 has um, made a pretty good point. Like, what the F is the point of trying to um, save on personal efforts when there's someone above us who is just sending us the big FU, and in other ways. And so that is a very interesting point. Um, so whew, that was already a lot in the first 13 minutes on my end, kind of going on this rant. But yeah, I am a personal trainer and trying to go into the corporate wellness world, and get a slice of that corporate pie, if you will. Um, I am in an interesting position where I see my opportunity in developing my business in the corporate wellness sense, because corporations are um, trying to grow, right? But at the same time, do they care about their employees in the sense that like their health, their day-to-day health? It's not just like this is like the differentiator. It's like you can't just give an employee a health benefit pack, a health wellness package of like, a discounted gym, a commercial gym, thing. You can't just be like, here's $10 off of your $20 a month commercial gym. Um, deal, like discount. You can't just do that because first of all, they're not motivated. Second of all, they're gonna come up with the excuses of like, I don't have the time for this unless if I have nothing else going on in my life, but I do. And so how do I still make this work? And so it makes way more sense to contract with an actual person that can coach you and hold you accountable to your goals and to make you realize that like in modern times, we have this idea that we, can't make time for exercise anymore. We can't make time to make healthy choices. The thing is like making the healthy food choices kind of takes care of the rest of what you've got going on in terms of your health and fitness. You can seriously get away. What I've learned is you really can get away with like not exercising only if you're watching what you eat, right? Like, you can't eat like a dumpster can and eat too much. Sorry, I'm like trying to like fix my hangnails really quick while I'm here. and still expect to look and feel your best. You can't use exercise simultaneously. This is something that, I don't really know if a lot of people think about or take into account when you're trying to get healthy. Is you don't really need to exercise a whole lot. Obviously walking and running and exercising, strength training, all that good stuff creates muscle and it gets your heart going and it keeps you healthy in that sense. But also like you there we go. You could arguably just get away with not exercising by just being on a meal plan that helps you be in a deficit that gets rid of, up to 50 or so pounds that you need to lose, all because you decide to work with a coach that can help you objectively do that. So there's a lot of people in the corporate world that are not only oblivious to um, this idea that what I'm talking about here, but not only are they oblivious, they don't know how to take action on it. They don't have anyone holding them accountable to it, and they brush it off like it's not a big deal. When the quality of your life is obviously what matters. Would you rather spend your money on medical bills or would you rather just spend it on your health, like now, right? So that is my spiel. That is my soapbox. Um, let's see, Nicholas says hi. Hello, Nicholas. How are you? His job can cover for him now. In America, as far as I know, um, you pay for your health care, whereas other countries, you have free health care. It just blows my mind. You pay for your health care, no matter if you're sick or not. If you're super healthy, still got to pay for health care. So just the fact that you have your health care covered, even though you're the one paying into the account, which then pays for it eventually, like you just, you know, automatically get money put away to Medicare, Medi-Cal, or whatever your health insurance plan is, so that when something happens, you can use it for that. Um, why depend on that when you can, why would you put money towards it seems proactive, right? Like it seems like you're like, oh, I'm stashing away money for emergencies, which is very true. You should do that. But it's not very proactive. Being proactive would be like exercising every day, eating healthy food, walking, to and from work, the little things, the little day-to-day things, and that's what's being ignored. So Nicholas also says, "How are you? How's the business going?" I am doing really good, I would say, in the sense that I'm always keeping in the back of my mind of not being a victim to my life, to my own situation. I'm actively choosing to he's being so distracting right now. Look at what he's doing. Chewing away at his nails. Um I am doing really well, actually. Do you ever think of like answering this question when someone asks you how you're doing and you say, I'm good? Do you ever think about answering that question with the filter of like you have a newborn baby or you have a 1 year old, you have a child, and someone asks you how that child is doing? You name off, oh, he or she's doing good. She is, medically doing well. She just had his or her first appointment. Everything looks good. Or like socially, oh, she or he like is making new friends lately and, he or she slept really good last night. Just like these little tiny things, right? Okay, sorry about that. Anytime someone calls me, it like disrupts the whole thing. Um Nice glasses. Thank you. Um, with the right emotion, you feel, what does that mean? With the right emotion? What is the right emotion? He's so cute. It has been a long time. Yes. Okay. So, anyways, I was thinking about this morning. What's your profession? Kamudu says hi, hello. Welcome on in. Hopefully you hang out with me for a little bit. Hear me out. What is your profession? So I'm, I guess by trade, by training, I am a couple things, but primarily right now I am a personal trainer, an online fitness and nutrition coach. I train people in person, but I also um, have online programs that help people get back on track with their health. It's an accountability program, and it's also like an identity shifting program. This is really great for people here in America who are letting their health and their um, excuses get in the way of um, taking care of themselves. So that is what I do. That is what I focus on. That is how I help people. That is just very shallow, very, very shallow, like tip of the iceberg explanation of what I do. I could go way into it, but I'll save you the details. What about you? What do you do? Do you hear that? He hears something in the kitchen. I don't think he has any concept of cameras. Princey, Princey. Oh, there we go. Staring into the abyss. You are a funny cat. He's funny. Yeah, he is pretty cute. Um, so yeah, this morning I was thinking about how do I move the needle forward this morning. Well, I have found an angel investing event that I could most likely go to next week. I found a video that kind of just reminded me to implement, well, also like the angel investing event got me thinking about um, I keep hearing things downstairs. The angel investing event kind of reminded me to like stay on top of my involvement of a as a business. Like how do I kind of like automate um, and use machines and use AI to do all the heavy lifting for me for my business so that I can focus on continuing to grow. So yeah. Hey, Nicholas. There's another Nicholas. You're still going strong. Oh, thank you. I am trying. I am in the act of doing this. How are you doing, Nicholas? It's been a minute. And so I have used ChatGPT to like help me get ideas for how to implement more business forward thinking ideas and ways to implement more AI and things like that. So um, I will check in with my coach here soon. let her know that this is what I am doing right now. And then here soon, I'll go live on my TikTok. I'm also trying to show up there more. Um, Yesterday, it was kind of a funny story. I went on TikTok live, and as I was driving to my client's house so I could train her. And I turned on TikTok live and it like turned off and sent me a warning, a violation warning of like, "But you notice that what you're doing is harmful to you or someone else," and so I wasn't able to go on TikTok live for till like 10 minutes. I can't go live on TikTok and for like 24 hours. So I just thought that was kind of funny and interesting and silly and I'm starting to worry about privacy talking too much to ChatGPT, to honest. Interesting. Privacy, yeah. I'm personally not super worried about it. I appreciate that it is like a personal assistant, and that it's helping me because most of the time, I'll lose focus. I just won't feel super sharp. I'll run out of ideas or I'm overwhelmed and I kind of just need like, an easy step-by-step idea of some kind. And so, it just reminds me to be 2 steps ahead of of myself. So let's see, Taryn, hey Madeline, what's up? How are you? How's your exercise session going? Hey Taryn, I'm doing pretty good. I was just answering someone else's exact question. I'd say I'm doing pretty good. Looks like you're doing good. I am loving my life, eating pizza right now in Switzerland, enjoying weather and having chicken and coffee. That's cool. Good to hear. I will hopefully one day be able to do that as well. Still wondering what the heck you do so that you can afford to do all of this, but you have yet to share what exactly you do or have done. So, sounds like you retired early. Start building a personal brand that sells. Stick wins or testimonials, written or screenshot. Educate, motivate, or bust a myth. Go live 1 time per week and invite people into your offer. A freebie. So good. Yeah, it's so good. You tell everything to it. Um, yeah, and the funny thing is it's like it's only better than talking to people because it doesn't give you crap, basically. It doesn't give you emotions. It doesn't give you anything really that you don't want to deal with, right? It doesn't give you drama. It doesn't give you negative vibes. It like basically is low key biased towards you and what you want to hear, and it um, always talks to you so positively. So let's see, we're already almost at 30 minutes. I might call it good here. My bladder is going to explode here soon. I noticed that I have to pee more aggressively when I have coffee, and I certainly did have coffee because I love it. But now I consistently on the dot of like every hour have to like run to the bathroom, which is funny and it kind of keeps me moving. I'm sure other people can relate to that too. I do drink a lot of water, which is what you're supposed to be doing, but man, it also keeps me walking more. So let's fly to Ibiza. I'm hearing new music festivals coming there and a lot of seafood, sushi ones, and nice sunny weather. That sounds amazing, Taryn. Can my partner go too? Um, oh my gosh, my partner is like, um, I love him so much. He's been through a lot and he just puts it off. He just puts off a vacation every year. And then whatever vacation we are capable of getting on, it's like within our budget. Like we can only like our vacation this year was to drive up a couple hours to Mendocino County here in California to stay in a couple of hotels, which were stupid expensive, obviously. Well, they weren't really that they were really nice. We picked a couple cheap ones, but one kind of more on the expensive side, and that was like his hard-earned money. Um, and that was it for us. We could not go to a different country. He has yet to travel to a different country, yet he spends all of his time working a 40-hour job, which obviously he's doing really well in, and he's working really hard to get higher, to climb the ropes of his job, which is great. And he has progressed tremendously from being, a school dropout, middle school dropout, barely getting through high school, not going to college, spending and kind of fucking around all throughout his 20s, doing drugs and things, and just to get to his 30s and realize he needs to turn things around. So he's just really been taking his career more seriously in the last couple of years, and so he's been working his ass off to grow, and to progress in his career while other people are happy to not grow and to just stay where they are because it's comfortable, where he's not willing to do that. Oh, I like you very much because you're simple, loving, caring, and wonderful. That's very sweet. Let's see. Pee more aggressively. Yeah. Don't you feel that too? Am I like the only one? Um, Catherine says, I got a question. Let me know what your question is, girlfriend. I am all ears. I'm curious. Parents should care for their kids. Hmm. What brings on this statement, Wael? I'm saying your name right, right? Something else I should be doing is continuing to work on my outreach, digging deep into like the Instagram world because there are like how many? Um, let me ask. Uh, how many Instagram accounts are there? How many of them are, oops, struggling with their fitness and nutrition? How do I find them? Let's just compound all the questions in there. Let's break it down and show you the real opportunity you're sitting on. So ChatGPT is like giving me the breakdown here. How many Instagram accounts are there? As of 2025, um, over 2.4 billion active monthly Instagram users globally, over 500 million users log in daily. In the US alone, 170 million active users. How many are struggling with fitness and nutrition? Let's do a conservative estimation. Studies show 70% of adults want to improve health or lose weight. Let's say just 5% of IG users are actively struggling and searching for fitness nutrition help. That's over 120 million people globally and about 8.5 million in the US alone. And many of them are tired of fad diets, stuck in comparison traps, overwhelmed with misinformation, looking for someone real like you to guide them. Ain't that the truth? Here, let me catch up on my comments. Parents should care for their kids so they guide them, not be. Oh, hmm, interesting. Interesting you say these things. Well, do you have guys? Oh, Taryn, that just sounds like um a trap. It's a trap. That just sounds too good to be true, man. How do you find them? Here's your client finding playbook. No guessing. Search and interact with weight loss journey, macros for moms, fitness, busy mom, fitness. Um, engage in niche communities. Take care of your health. That's what I be doing. Fitness influencers and medium followings. Participate in your niche. Create value-driven content that calls them out. If you're logging food and still not seeing results, have giving meals to lose weight. Do this instead. On weekends, feel guilty by Monday. Every. Oh, that's so true. I need to make a post about late night eating. There are so many things that us women deal with. I forget about them, but because I want to just erase it. Um, and late night binges. Um, topics for IG, FB posts. Let's see. Hello, Amaya. It looks like you have messaged a couple times, but I've retracted the messages. That's okay. But yeah, like I said, I still have to pee. That has not changed. It's been really nice to sit here and talk with everybody, kind of just go on a rant, talk about what I do and how I help people. And even if you guys are in a good place, but maybe you know someone who would really benefit, um, I would also argue that uh, it wouldn't hurt if you guys probably were on a plan of some kind. I am on a plan. I just think that being on a, either a business coaching program or a health related coaching program just kind of propels your life and it just makes your life easier and better. Helps you get to your goals a lot faster, helps you have clarity throughout the journey, it helps you feel like someone is looking out for you and it's very objective, and there's something nice about that level of objectivity, because you yourself, especially us women, we're boggled with so much that we kind of lose our own sense of objectivity, and that's okay. That's what we have other people for, and so, um, that's what I aim to do and to help people with, and I just hope to positively impact the world that way and to build my generational wealth that way and to lead and to be an example forever, pretty much. I've kind of always been seen as an example, not only to my siblings, but to the church I used to be a part of, to my friend circles, etc. And so I just kind of hope to keep being that example to others. And yeah, that is why I'm here. That is my greater purpose. That is what I like to do. That is who I serve. I will see you guys again soon. Say bye. Oh, he's locked in.